Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight. Motor City Racing is back for season number 5. It's the season opener here at Road America. In the booth with me on the call tonight, Christian Taylor. Christian, how you feeling about Road America tonight?
Looking forward to some Motor City Racing action tonight. It's been way too long since we've seen these cars out here on the track making the right-hand turns. I cannot wait, Blake.
It's going to be a good one. And, you know, Christian, I think this league made the biggest, the worst decision of their lives, because tonight on the track, he's slow, he's junk, but he's out there. Jesse Becker is in a GTD. Can you believe it?
Wait, Jesse Bump and Run Becker? Like the Jesse that broadcasts with us, Becker?
Yeah, you know, he's not very good at these road racing cars. I've heard he's wrecked from the lead in at Daytona in an endurance race. Do you think that's true, Christian?
Oh, I know it's true because, you know, I was there, and I was also there in Le Mans when he wrecked from like 3rd place, and I was there when he wrecked at the Roval, and, you know.
It's right here.
Oh, hey, Blake, he's in the booth with us
Oh,
right
hey,
now
Jesse,
before the race.
Good luck, man.
Oh.
Hey, how's the car feeling out there tonight, buddy?
Well, the car feels great. The driver feels slow and terrible, but I'm going to be out there regardless. Yeah, I just figured I'd hop up in here in the booth before we get down to the track for the race, but I didn't think you guys wouldn't see me back here, but, you know, hurts my feelings a little bit.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Jesse, come on. Bring it in, buddy. Bring it in.
Now, Jesse, is it true you were the slowest car that got on the track?
Yes. I mean, it's not confirmed. I am the slowest car that has come across the line and set a time. But there may have been someone slower that didn't ever set a time. So, but yes, pretty much.
Yeah, well, Christian, can you believe we've got 52 cars signed in here tonight across the 4 classes?
I just know one thing. This is going to be one race of the century, and I'll leave it right there.
Yeah, well, right now we're watching the GTP class finish it up here. Checkered flag in the air, top of the board. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest driver for Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Chris Damcolor, on the top of the board with a 148.915. It's official. Quick time in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV GTP.
LMP2 quick time. Gonna go to Casey Catola himself. Good old CK.
And then the GTD Pros, Alex Lalonde with a 202.272. And then in the GTDs, Stephen McLean, I believe a newcomer to the series, a 203.278. He's going to be on the pole in the GTD class. So 4 classes tonight. Christian, who is your pick to win? Let's start with the GTDs.
GTD class, you know, I would want to go, you know, championship defender Steve Tucker, but I do not see him even in the top of the speed chart right there. So I'm going to have to go ahead and lock in Quentin Locklear tonight. You know, he's not starting from the pole position, but I think he's going to have it.
That's a good pick. Well, I'm going to go with Michael iRacing. He demoted himself last season because he was so bad. I believe he was in the LMP2 class, if I'm not mistaken. He was so slow and bad, he demoted himself. So he's running the GTDs. I think he can get the job done tonight. And the GTD Pros, you know, it's going to be a 2-horse race, in my opinion. We got Alex Lalonde, Miguel Torres. We know they're both bad fast. But let's line them up here and go through tonight's starting lineup here in tonight's season opener at Road America on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Motor City Racing on the world's #1 streaming service, season number 5, season opener tonight. Starting lineup on the front row in the pole position. In the Hutchinson Motorsports TV GTP, Christopher Damcolor. Row number 2. On the outside, Braden Carlson. Row number 2, we're going to have Sam Trotter, Nate Benarowitz. Row number 3, Alan Gullison, Julian Padilla. Then we have Jessery Erdman and John Sinfelico. I haven't even seen that name yet. And then starting in the 9th position, Douglas Goats. We're going to call him the GOAT. And on his outside, Mr. Miller. Then we have Brandon Perry and Chris Matthews. And rounding out the field. Well, that is rounding out the field for your GTD class.
Moving on back to your jam-packed LMP2 class, you find Casey Catola on the pole to his outside Scott Moose. Moving on back, you find Jack Peterson on row number 2. Sean Atkins looking to defend his title in the 4th position. Corey Sturroff starting back on row number 3. On the outside, you have Richard and Whiskey. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize now. But Braxton Jarrett going to be back in position 19 to the outside, Trent Bollock. Then you have Blake's long-lost cousin, Anthony Hutchinson, Puddles the Duck, Jason Denault, Christopher Santiago, Bevan McCombs, and Om Prajapati.
And in the GTDs, we're going to combine them with the GTD Pros. These are all your GT3 cars. You got Alex Lalande with Miguel Torres on the front row, Michael Hickman, Tyler Torville, and then we got a few guys that didn't qualify in some other classes. We have Frank Pisano, LaShawn, who knows what his name is, and a bunch of others. We're not going through them all, but the field is set. We are just about ready to roll and get season number 5 started. Christian, are you excited?
I cannot contain my excitement, and quite frankly, I'm about to explode. I just had my company Christmas dinner at a Italian restaurant downtown, and let me tell you, I am full to the brim, and I don't even think my mouth's working like it should. I couldn't say half those names, so I do apologize if I butchered your name. Don't take it personal.
Absolutely, and one name we didn't mention because he's starting so far in the back, Jesse Becker. Let's see where he's even starting, Christian. He's way back here.
Oh. Hold on, let me get my binoculars. I have to look back so far.
Man, I didn't even know that there was this many cars out there, but yeah, Jesse's basically starting dead last.
It's beautiful, but why is he in a Ford?
I have no clue. It's a good-looking car, though. We know our buddy Sean Atkins put that paint scheme together for Jesse Becker here to run in the back.
All righty, Jesse, do you have any last words before I turn your lips off?
Just pray for me, boys. That's all I got to say.
Alrighty, well, Jesse Becker going to be in the booth with us. I'm going to turn his lips and ears off so that we don't distract him, and we'll check in with him mid-race. Have a good one, Jesse.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jesse Becker. Like I said, he's going to be in the booth with us, but we're going to let him focus on the race. We don't want to cause any distractions here.
Yeah, looks like we are just about ready to roll. Let's see if we can get the track map working. I know it was working earlier, but it looks like it has gone out, so looks like no track map for us here tonight.
Oddly enough, it was working on my side too, Blake, and now it's quit, so.
Yeah, it always does this at the start of races, so we'll see if we can get it working here. If not, we'll get it going eventually. But nonetheless, the field is set. We've got 4 classes here tonight. GTPs out front, followed by LMP2s, GTD Pros, and the GTDs. So it's going to be a good one here tonight. An hour race here, folks, per the usual with Motor City Racing. This is their IMSA division multi-class action. It's going to be a good one.
Good one indeed. I cannot wait to see the chaos that this first lap is going to be. This is a jam-packed field, probably the... Did we even fill a session up last time? I mean, we're not full by no means, but I think this is the biggest field yet.
I don't know. To start the season last season, it was pretty full, but I'm not sure if we had this many. Definitely close to it, though, but it looks like we are just about ready to roll. I think you're going to see that safety car take the hard turn down pit road, and we're going to get this thing going with our GTP class out front. Looks like Erston is asking, are there any big daddies in the chat? Let us know.
You're Luke Daddy, ain't you?
I am Luke Daddy, so hey, I guess he's looking for me. I'm right here. But it looks like we're ready to roll, Christian, as the GTPs roll into the start zone here at Road America. Green flag in the air. Motor City Racing season number 5 is underway.
LMP2's already underway. They wasn't very far back. Usually they're a little bit further than that, but look at that field gridding almost 3 wide heading into turn 1. Let's see if they can make it as we head back to the GTD Pros.
There they go, Miguel Torres, Alex Lalande side by side. These 2 guys are the workhorses in the division. They know they're going to be battling each other for the race win.
And he goes around!
He's junk!
Oh, but careful, don't back into the field. Keep it. He's going to keep racing in reverse. Miguel Torres is going to drive away with the race lead right now. With Michael Hickman in return. Somebody else just spun it. My, oh my. That was Alex Lalonde, possibly.
Yeah, but Lalonde, I believe, was the one that spun out there, if I'm not mistaken. But that there, Christian, is why we fired Alex Lalonde. He was a Hutchinson Motorsports TV driver last season. Well, not anymore. We fired him. And
we won the lawsuit. I'm happy to announce. We weren't allowed to talk about it, but we won that thing.
Absolutely. We just honestly, we destroyed them in court. It was honestly brutal. It was a bloodbath in court. We countersued them and everything, Christian. We got them good.
Absolutely. We claimed we were in North Carolina. North Carolina's a right to work state. You can pretty much fire them for whatever you want. We claimed we were based out of North Carolina, even though that's never true.
Yeah, well, Christian, you know, I was playing 4D chess, so yes, I did register Hutchinson Motorsports TV into North Carolina, and honestly, they were just toast at that point.
Absolutely. I don't know why any state would want to be a right-to-work state where anyone can fire anyone for no reason, but here we are. Moving on along.
Yeah, but looky who's out front in the LMP2. Scott Mouse out front. Probably saying that wrong. It might be Mouse, might be Moose, who knows, but we're going to go with Mouse.
That's got to be Moose, but okay, we'll call it Mouse until he yells at us.
He is flying, though. Boy, we didn't really see him last season, but he is out front in the LMP2 class, your class leader. Let's drop back into the GTD Pro leader, Miguel Torres, after watching Alex Lalonde junk it in turn 1. Torres is your class leader.
He is flying away, already a 2-second lead. Going back to Stephen McLean, your GTD class leader, half a second up. So in typical IMSA style fashion, you know, you usually have one leader run away with it. Just navigates traffic the best and, you know, is the fastest, of course. But you have a lot of people further back in the field that's going to have some work to do. Always a fan favorite right here, Blake.
Absolutely. Nate Benarowitz out here in the GTP class. 11 GTP cars I'm counting tonight, and they are ripping it around. Looks like Om Prajapati hasn't even junked it quite yet.
Prajapati always one to, especially if he gets around Nate Benarowitz, you know.
Actually, I'm looking. Where is Om Prajapati? I swear I saw him earlier.
I think he's in the LMP2, ain't he now? Yeah, he is. He's on 22nd position in the race standings.
There he is, Om Prajapati. He was sick of junking those GTP cars. Well, he's out here in an LMP2 now. Christian, I think he's going to junk these just as much.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see him do something nice. But look at who's in front of him. The mystery man himself, Puddles, the Duck. Puddles still won't talk to me. We're going on 2 seasons now. 3 seasons, actually, of just Puddles not wanting to say a word to me. Blake has, you know, beers with him on the weekend, hangs out, but this dude will not talk to me one bit.
Yeah, you know, and Christian, I try to bring you up in the conversations often with Puddles, and it does not go well when I do, so I just try to leave you out of it.
Absolutely. Jake Young in the chat did confirm that guy's last name is said like Moose. I will say it like Moose. I cannot promise Blake will.
I'll think about it. We'll see how this plays out. But Miguel Torres, still your GTD Pro leader, almost a 3-second lead in the class. So again, we got Christopher Damclear leading the GTPs and the LMP2s, Scott Moose in the GTD Pros, Miguel Torres, and in the GTD, Stephen McLean. Might be Stephen. But I like Stephen. What are you seeing out there, though, Christian?
Let's just take a look. You know, I see people are pretty much running away with it. The only real battle on track right now is in the 13th race position on Richard Nodosky. He's battling around Jack Peterson and Corey Stordoff.
Yeah, Braxton Jarrett, you know, this is interesting to see. You know, it's a new season here, obviously, so we've got a lot of new names, but we have a lot of returning racers as well. So it's a good combination of both old racers here with the MCR and some new fresh blood.
Absolutely. We have the 10 GTP cars on the class tonight. Christopher Damclear, always one to see. Braden Carlson is a returner, I do believe. Julian Padilla, a lot of returners in this class. Ones you may not see is Brandon Perry in the 10th position, and you have Jesse Erdman, a name that I am familiar with, but I'm not sure he's been in MCR before.
And you see the track map pop up there, so you can take a look at Road America, how it's laid out, you know, a bunch of right and left-hand turns. Pretty simple, straightforward track for the most part, and these guys love it.
We might have a crash on our hands there, Blake. You see Marco Benetti?
I tell you what, Marco Benetti, I don't think he's ever finished a race. Let's see what happened this time. He got jumped.
Oh, he gets bumped. The Corvette, he sends him around. The Corvette did not like him. This is going to be like some Daytona action where the Corvette is sticking the middle finger out as he's driving away.
It looks like he got him good. You know, he was not a fan of Mr. Marco Benetti, so he turned him.
Sam Trotter on your screen. And that beautiful black machine there. Cadillac. Phil Dominant of... No, excuse me, that's a Porsche. Someone's going to burn me alive.
Look at this guy.
This guy, man. Should we radio him up right now or leave him alone for now?
I don't know. Let's let him focus for a little bit. That way, when he wrecks here shortly, he can't blame us and say it was because we queued him up for an interview.
Yeah, you got a point there. It's going to be kind of interesting. I don't know why he wants to drive a nasty Ford, though. Ugh.
And well, right now, he's sitting in the 11th position out of, I believe, what, 15 GTDs. I wonder if 4 of them maybe wrecked or something.
Yeah, probably so. I can't even find him on my list. He's so far down. There he is. It says he's up 4 positions, but I don't know. That may be an error.
But nonetheless,
yeah,
though, looking in the chat, we've got about 26 to 29 people tuned in watching the Motor City Racing Season number 5 opener here at Road America on the world's #1 streaming service, HMS Motorsports TV. We appreciate you folks tuning in here. Be sure to click the like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel. We got cars off track. Jesse's making some passes.
Jesse making the passes the nobleman's way of stepping over bodies.
Let's take a look here at Tyler Merritt, see what happened. Oh, tries to make a move.
Oh.
Smokes the wall, and then that guy gets junked.
Oh, not Rexy.
Yep, Rexy.
Oh, man.
He's junked. And Tyler Merritt is junk as well. Boy, I tell you what, it's sad to see Tyler Merritt with a junked race car because he takes some of the best pictures I've seen in the business.
Rexy wanted to play in the sandbox. Good old Casey Catola.
Casey Catola, here he is, sitting in the 5th position in the LMP2 class. Boy, we got some stout competition in the LMP2s. When you see Casey Catola in 5th and Sean Atkins, last season's champion, in 6th, you know you got a stout field.
Absolutely. Sean Atkins painted a few of these machines that you see on the track, especially the ones that say Hutchinson Motorsports TV on them.
Now let's take a look. Let's try to find, where's Ian Drennan at?
He is
I think he
not
changed
out here.
classes. I'm not, oh God, what just happened? Somebody's jumped. I just saw parts flying all over the track, but I don't have anything lit up, so I have no clue. I don't know. There was a whole fender flying across the track. I saw, or maybe it was a nose. I don't know. Whatever it was, there was a brutal accident, and we do not have an idea who was involved. Here we go. Boom!
Oh my gosh!
Jeff Gordon car is junk.
Austin Scott just got rear-ended hard by the Jeff Gordon fan.
Who is that? Is that Douglas Coates, maybe? Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
He forgot he needed a break.
Yeah, he did not break whatsoever. Let's get a better view. Let's hop up to the Harpoon Design Blimp Cam, see if some trees might be blocking our vision up. Oh, no, we're good. Here we go. Take a look. Brantley Roden up in the Harpoon Design Blimp. Here you go, folks. Look at the Jeff Gordon. I believe that's a GTP car. Wham! Oh, no, the guy just brake checked him, it looked like.
Yeah, okay. I got to retract my previous statement. That GT3 car decided it just didn't want to move and then
look at this.
Stopped
Here's
on the racing line.
The guy says, you know what? I'm not a fan of you. Slams the brakes. Wham!
Wham!
Jump.
Takes the nose off that car. Oh, my.
He is done. I'll tell you who's not done. Christopher Damclear. Look at this machine here. It's got Hutchinson Motorsports TV on the car. Let's take a closer look.
The Juicy Spider drone cam coming to you live. This is MCR's first time.
Oh, that was close. You see me dodge that?
Oh, you're not driving this, Blake. Stop taking credit for Juicy Spiders. piloting.
How
Stop
am I
taking
controlling
credit
this?
for it.
Get out of the way, Chris. You're slow. Look at this awesome car, though. That is a good-looking Hutchinson Motorsports TV GTP car. He almost gets jumped.
Yep. Blake's going to take credit like he's actually the one driving this drone. I promise you it's not. It's Juicy Spider Studios giving you all your 3D rendering.
Wow. Some of the best in the business, though. Juicy Spider Studios. They hooked us up with these beautiful drone cams and all kinds of cool stuff. They are the sponsors of the Restart Zone, which we don't get to use very much here in Motor City Racing with the IMSA style action. But we appreciate everything they do. And if you're looking for some 3D rendering or any kind of graphics, videos, all kinds of stuff, head on over to Juicy Spider Studios. You can contact them on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Juicy Spider Studios.
Absolutely. Look at all the traffic Chris Damclear is having to work his way through. He's officially caught in the GT3 field. Flying on through it, I might add. Look at him go. And you may have seen in the chat, Blake, Ian Drennan is currently flying for work. He is in the air, 30,000 feet above us.
Yeah, well, that's the only way he's not going to wreck a race car on a Sunday, Christian, is if he's not on track.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not the one flying the plane, is all I got to say.
Yeah, those guys better hope so. If not, then they might have said their last words to their loved ones.
Hopefully he's not a pilot and watches Hutchinson Motorsports TV, which would be cool, I might add, but I don't think a pilot needs to be the one watching live.
I don't know, Christian. We do have one pilot that watches. That's Brantley Roden. He's flying up high in the Harpoon Design blimp.
Harpoon Design, a great company and a great guy, honestly. Brantley Roden, making all my paints these days. Head on over to harpoondesign.com, though. NASCAR style, dirt style, he's not going to make you an IMSA style paint unless you talk sweet to him. I don't think he will, though, so don't ask. And don't tell him I told you to ask. But paints start at just $25, Blake.
Wow, what a deal. And boy, some of these paint schemes out here, I'm not going to say who, could probably use Brantley Roden with a little bit of love on them, because some of these things are not very good looking. But right now we have Sam Trotter running in the third position, looking pretty good, trying to bring home a podium finish here tonight in the season opener. We're in the minute number 13 out of 60 here with Motor City Racing, season number 5.
Ooh, there is Steve Tucker on the track, if I remember that car right. Is that him?
Let's see how. We haven't even seen Steve yet. We know he didn't qualify for whatever reason. I don't know what happened. But here he is. He is in the 6th position in the GTD class. He is last season's points champion in the class. Right now running 6th.
And Juicy Spider Studios drone, please get to the side of that car. We need to talk one more thing about Harpoon.
Let's see if we can get our boy over at Juicy Spider Studios to pull the drone cam back out here. Here we go.
Let's get a shot on the side of it, boys. Right there. Oh, on the top two. Look at that. 10-year anniversary for HarpoonDesigns.com. Started back in 2016. We're moving into 2026 now. 10 years of paint providing. As people are dying in front of him, he's going 3 wide into a turn. My, oh my, what a drone shot that was. Austin Scott may have been involved as he had jumped to the pits.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Let's try to see if we can find a replay of that incident. I see Bevan McCombs involved.
Oh!
This might be a different one.
Yep, and slide job.
Yeah, well, let's see what happened, though, with Steve Tucker here, I believe. All right, so let's see what happened up here. We missed this as I was switching cameras earlier.
Steve just gets forced off the track a little bit right there. Just left the camera.
Oh, my.
And there's it happen. Oh, my God. Oh, that guy ain't okay.
Well, you don't see hard wrecks like that very often in the IMSA class, or in the IMSA style racing with multi-classes, but here we are tonight. These guys racing hard. They're junking it. We're in the minute 15 out of 60 tonight.
Chris Damclear still winning the class. Braden Carlson, Julia Padilla, Alan Gulson, and Nate Benarowicz rounding out your top 5 of the GTP class.
Jack Zach Peterson taking charge in the LMP2s. I tell you what, this guy is a wheelman. He started last season in the GTDs. They had to instantly promote him to the GTD Pros. He ran up front all season long, and you know what? Didn't he win the championship?
I believe he did. I could be mistaken.
Pretty sure he did. I thought he started in the GTD class. I could be wrong, but I could have swore he did. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure he did win the championship in the GTD Pro. So he moves up to a totally different car, LMP2. I mean, these things are basically spaceships compared to the GT3 car. Well, here he is leading the class. He's just a wheelman. We got Richard Danielski in the second position, followed by Corey Sertoff, Casey Catola, and Sean Atkins rounds out your top 5. Christian, who do we have in the GTD Pros?
You have Miguel Torres leading that class on a 3 and a bit second lead there to Michael Hickman in the second place. Herbert Sr. right there in his Mercedes, 4 seconds behind them. Frank Pinsano in the 4th place, and Tyler Torville back there rounding out your top 5 in the Ferrari.
And the GTD class, we've got some real ringers in the GTDs because they're beating half the GTD Pro guys, it looks like. But top of the board in the GTD class, Steven McLean. I can see this guy. He's probably going to be getting promoted by the end of this season, I would bet, from what I've seen so far. But he is your class leader in the GTDs. Then you have Michael iRacing, who was demoted down to the bottom of the barrel because the league was sick of seeing how slow he was every week. Well, here he is running second in the GTDs, and then rounding out your podium for the class, Matthew Elmore.
Let me not get roasted by the chat. That car that I called a Ferrari is not a Ferrari.
Don't
Lamborghini.
You know that it's honestly one of our pet peeves here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV when you call a car the wrong thing.
Yep, our fan base will honestly eat us alive. Even us being, you know, the broadcasters here, they will not allow us to make a tongue slip.
But Alan Golson is junk. Let's take a look at what happened here. Going up the hill here, catches a little air, goes in the corner, and slide job.
I'm glad he didn't do what he thought about doing, a gun in it.
Absolutely. We look around the track, see what else we got going on. Steve Tucker still sitting in the 5th position in the GTDs. Solid night for Steve, especially after starting in the back. He has climbed himself up into a top 5 spot in the class.
It just shows his pure speed, honestly.
Speaking of pure speed, there is none here. Jesse Becker sitting in 11th right now. The only thing he's done that's impressive is not junk it.
Yeah, I mean, he's running 11th, only passed anyone who was wrecking, and a noble run from Jesse.
He's trying his best out there. I'll give him that.
Absolutely, but we're approaching the 19th minute, so minute 12. What is going on? Watch out, Jesse!
These guys are throwing dirt all over the track. I think, you know what? I think it's a strategy, Christian. You know, when I race these IMSA style races, then there's a guy behind me. I will purposely go in the grass and throw some debris up on the track. I think it's a great strategy to do.
I don't think that's a great strategy if you want to be making friends out there, but a strategy nonetheless. Look at Rexy go, ain't he cute?
Yeah, he's wrecked multiple times, I think, Christian, at least once that we saw, and he's still well ahead of Jesse Becker. Cameron Fader in the Rexy machine in the 7th position in the class.
Good old Rexy, an icon when it comes to IMSA racing. That Porsche.
Let's see what else we got going on through the field. Is Miguel Torres still leading the GTD Pro class? Looks like his lead is under 3 seconds. In the chat,
Vice paint.
In the chat, Ian Drennan says it's very hard to pass. The second straight is your best bet. I will take your word for it. So the second straight, I'm guessing that is the one that's kind of at the angle here. Yeah, right above. So you see the start finish is on the very bottom. Then they turn into turn 1, into turn 2, and then that's the straightaway I believe that Ian is talking about. Your best spot to pass is between turns 2 and 3.
Is somebody really stopped right there on the straight? Who's that JB car? It's like they're stopped right there.
I think who JB is. Jesse Becker went off track. I think it is.
Huh? Oh, Jesse.
Man, we were just patting him on the back for not junking it, and what does he do? Oh
man.
He just gets
no.
destroyed. Oh, hang on. Hang on here, folks. This is what happened to Bump and Run.
Is that the leader?
Jesse goes in and throws a slide job.
Oh, no. Okay, so he didn't get destroyed. He just spun out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. So Jesse self-spins and then gets, like, magically hit because an incident happened behind him.
Look at this guy. He says, you know what? That's Jesse Becker. I remember in the booth, he talked shit about me once. Wham! Just smokes him. Vice Motorsports does not like the Hutchinson Motorsports TV driver of Jesse Becker.
Let's go back live and make sure he's in a good spot, and I'm going to turn his ears on.
Well, Christian, he's junked, basically, and he's down pit road, so I think it's all right to turn him on.
Jesse Becker, this is Blake and Christian up in the booth. Are you all right there, buddy?
I'm all right. Car's a little worse for wear, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you know, you had a solo spin. All's good. You come to a stop. You think you're good, and then you get booped by someone else's demise. What? Very unlucky there, right?
Yeah, I just I cooked it too far into the corner, and like you said, kind of had a half spin and locked it down. Was ready to get back moving, and all of a sudden just bonk right into the right front tire, and tried to get back on the track, and my wheel is 90 degrees to the left going straight. So I said, I'm not driving it back around like this.
Yeah, he definitely hit you in the right front there, but you were doing good. You passed a few people because they wrecked, but, you know, a noble effort indeed.
Yeah, I was matching the pace of some of the guys in front of me, but I just couldn't catch them, and the only, like you said, the only positions I was gaining was when other people had mistakes, but I'm still not too upset about how it was going, and I'm going to get back out there once it gets fixed up, as long as it's not permanently damaged.
Jesse, we're trying to find who was it that ran into you after you spun out. Was that Benetti or was that somebody else? I know it was a Vice Motorsports car, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that would be the 22 of Marco Benetti. Yeah, he kind of got run over by a LMP2 mid-quarter, and I just happened to be right where he was headed.
Well, Jesse, take a look at my screen so you can relive this moment here.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Now, here you go, you know. All right, you're feeling pretty good. You're going down the hill here. And then let's just watch it from here. It had to be that debris, right?
Well, yeah, yes, that's a perfect excuse.
Here you have it. You know, you're good. Like, okay, I just spun out. I'll just get going. But then he says, not so fast, loser. Wham!
Yeah, those Mercedes front ends they've got some weight to them. It completely boned that right front. And if you end up, well, I was going to say if you got on board with me, you'd see my wheel cranked all the way to the left, but it was undrivable. So we've got 3.5 minutes and we'll get back out there.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can get that thing fixed up. And I guess speaking of that, we're going to take a quick break here, folks. We're heading into minute number 24 out of 60. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks to sponsors, all that good stuff. But we will be right back. Don't you worry. You're not going to miss very much.
I almost didn't buy this NFL.
We are back here, folks. Tempers are brewing. Michael iRacing is not happy. Let's try to find out what happened. I have no clue, honestly. There's so many things in the log, and I don't see anything about Michael iRacing. All we know is he's not happy on the radio. And is he jumping?
Yeah, I believe he is. If you go to the, do you see where you see Mr. Miller crashed on?
Well, 400 times.
Lap
So
13.
we're just gonna manually rewind this here. Take a look here. He's still not happy. So we're gonna take a look at what happened here. Michael iRacing, he was running pretty good in the top 3, I believe. And here we go. So he's side by side. Got some LMP2s coming up on him. Ooh. That angle looked like he came down, but hang on, let's get a different view here. Let's hop up to the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam, get a closer look here, side by side, right here. I mean, that's his fault. That's 100% his fault. Let's see if he gets hit maybe and that he's unhappy about after.
Well, you have Mr. Miller sitting right there.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Mr. Miller was suffering.
iRacing is unhappy, even though that was 100% on him. We can't confirm.
You look at Mr. Miller just crawling away like, "Don't take me out, coach. I can still race."
I would be all right if I never heard that again in my life. But Nate Bonarowitz is your GTP leader right now as pit cycles have started. Chris, damn clear down pit road right now, getting some service.
Definitely been one to watch this race.
We're going to see how this plays out, folks. But while you're waiting, be sure to click that like button on the video for us. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight on the world's leading streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV.
I guess Jesse Becker decided he was going to leave there, Blake. That's a fine for him, ain't it?
Oh, he just left?
Yeah, he just left flat out. He loaded his car up himself. The team said, "Man, we were told not to help you leave early," and then he said, "Fine, I'll do it myself." Loaded the car up. He's gone.
My, oh my. Well, you know what, folks? Since we had to end the break early there, we're going to jump back to break. We will be right back. We're in the minute number 29, almost halfway done. Motor City Racing season opener here for season number 5. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here, Motor City Racing, season number 5 opener here at Road America. Chris Dam clear out front in the GTPs, Richard Danielski in the LMP2s. We have the GTD Pros, Miguel Torres and Stephen McLean in the GTDs. And in the booth with me, Christian Taylor, and I believe Jesse Becker was poking around. Is Jesse still out there?
I'm here.
All right, well, folks, I've just received some footage from the driver's radio. This is the first time I'm hearing this, folks, so I'm going to listen with you. I don't really know what we're about to hear, but let's take a listen in. One moment. All right, here it is.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure how well you heard that. Let's do this one more time here, folks. I believe that was Michael iRacing over the radio. Let's take one more listen. I don't think that's coming through, is it?
I'm double checking. Hold on. I don't think it did.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's something we're working on.
You know what?
It's a new
I think
program.
I know why. One more time here. It's not going to be very loud, but we'll hear play it again.
Dude, are you kidding me?
That one came through there. If you could hear it, Michael iRacing unhappy after he, I mean, in my opinion, he caused the incident. But what do I know?
Well, they were saying in the chat, and I do see that a few others agreed, especially Ian Drennan, that it just wasn't the best spot to try to pass a GT3 there. So I don't know. We're definitely not IMSA races ourselves.
Yeah, well, I guess I get it. You know, probably a narrow portion of the track. Maybe most of these guys have kind of unwritten rules of where and when to pass in these other classes, as obviously they have more speed than the slower cars in front of them. But nonetheless, tough break there from Michael iRacing. He was running pretty good. Now he's jumped.
Say that's a program that good old Jesse Becker has been working on. Something that's going to be, I'd say, I mean, I can't tell you for sure. Something I think that's going to be pretty unique to Motorsports TV, of course, unless they just turn the radio on and then doesn't care what comes over their airways. But something that's going to be able to play you live radio. Jesse, I'm going to let you tell it about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to see if it's going to work right now, folks. Give me 1 second. Nope, never mind. We're working on it in the background, but we're basically managing to record snippets of the radio and be able to play it back live. But it's a work in progress. We're getting there.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We try to keep it. Go ahead, Blake.
I was going to say, yeah, we were just going to play the raw footage, but the FDA was threatened to kick us off air, basically, so we are having to censor these snips.
Absolutely.
But anyways, if you hear something come through randomly, it's from me, and it worked finally.
Christian, what are you seeing out of Braxton Jarrett in the 5th position in the LMP2 class?
Well, you know, Braxton Jarrett right there, he's up 6 positions since he started this race, so a decent run for him, I will say. And I don't know what happened. I haven't checked it out, but Logan Maynard might have had some misfortune happen. Oh, now John and Alan Gullison has also had some misfortune too.
Let's take a look here. Here's Logan Manor cruising around in that number 17 machine, goes into the corner and throws a slide job. Let's see what this next wreck is.
Uh-oh, this is going to be a high-speed one. This ain't going to be pretty.
Flashing his lights. You know he has the right of way when you flash your lights. Oh, man.
That rear wing left the chat, and when it does, your car turns into a pile of meatloaf.
John.
Dude, are you kidding me?
There we go, Jesse, it worked.
Beautiful.
But let's take a look at this wreck one more time here. We see John Sanfilippo making a pass while he's trying to get around some slower traffic. Well, there's a car there. He dumps him. Says, get out of the way, loser.
He hit him once to break his wing. Hit him a second time to send him on around.
But here's Anthony Hutchinson in the 4th position. Started near the back. He is into the top 5. Pretty solid run so far for that number 2 LMP2 of Anthony Hutchinson.
In the chat, they're asking what happened to Sean Atkins. I don't see too much specific.
I do know, I believe I heard over the radio something about cold tires, and he spun out while we were under break. So I think he went in, he pit, had fresh tires, and he spun out. So I think that was all that happened with Sean.
All right, well, there you go. Ian in the chat.
So
Well, we're 40 minutes into this race. Blake, officially 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, we're 2/3 of the way done. You know, these races go by very quickly. And I'll tell you, last night you guys had a race that didn't seem to go by so quickly.
No, we did 100 laps at Talladega over in the Redemption iRacing Series. I will say, I mean, towards the end, we got some very entertaining racing due to a green-white checker.
Absolutely. Ian Drennan says it looks like Mike iRacing is going to be on the soundboard forever. So Jesse might have to share that snippet with Motor City Racing. Maybe they can add that to their soundboard.
That
Dude,
would be...
kidding me?
I don't think that's bleeping it out now, Jesse, by the way.
That one did not bleep it out. I don't think.
It did not at
Really?
all.
Well, it might have just cut it out. I don't think he actually said it. It didn't bleep it out, though. The first one was absolutely bleeped.
I don't know if I want to play it again to see.
Let's just... Yeah, we'll figure that out. But I'm watching the race leader right now. Chris, damn clear. In the 169 machine.
Well, he's just putting on a clinic out here, but look at that. Braden Carlson right on his back bumper in a battle for the race lead.
Gonna poke to the inside there to try to get the edge. No, gonna fit in where he gets in, heading through the turn right there. Hard left-hander coming up on another one.
Wow, Braden Carlson kind of out of nowhere has reeled him in, and he might have a shot at winning this race.
Also, Casey Catola is on the back bumper of Richard Danowski, too.
Here's a battle
Damn
for
clear.
the top spot in the LMP2 class. Casey Catola trying to find a way around Danielski.
They're having a conversation over the radio right now of what the P in GTP stands for. Apparently, it's supposed to be patience. I think some would disagree. Ask any GT3 driver if they have any patience.
They definitely do not. And, you know, and I hate to say it, when you're in the GTP car and you're out front, you kind of have to drive that way. I mean, you can be patient all you want all day, but you're going to end up getting past and losing a lot of time because these cars are a lot slower than these GTP cars. So you can't really just sit around all day, wait, kind of like they do in NASCAR when you're lapping somebody.
No, you do gotta get moving.
Because, I mean, if you're in a GTP and somebody's going slow in a slower car, and especially if it's somebody like, let's say, Jesse Becker's out there, just a rolling chicane, and he is in your way, like, you got to go.
I had to kick the
I'm a
man while he's
problem out
down.
there. I'm a problem out there.
I'll tell you who's not a problem. Miguel Torres out front by 5 seconds. The new GTD Pro GOAT. We might have to get this guy signed, Christian.
Well, we can't just sign everybody leading, but I will say I did start the paperwork beforehand. I figured you'd say that, so the paperwork started.
Yeah, you know, I'm sick of seeing this Vice Motorsports paint scheme on him. He needs a Hutchinson Motorsport. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to have to poach some Vice Motorsports drivers here. We're going to try and get Miguel Torres on board.
Absolutely. We only do noble work here at HMS TV. We wouldn't dare talk to a driver that was contracted under another team trying to get them. You know, we'll just send them an email.
Yeah, we definitely did not do that with Christopher Damclear last season when he was dominating the GTP class and we snagged him. It was just all worked out. It was all coincidence.
Absolutely, as he did get passed by Braden Carlson now.
Hey, Christian, I muted the mic. Get a hold of Braden and see if we can get him signed.
All right, on it.
But Braden Carlson out front for now. For now, he's with Midshift Racing. We'll see if he sticks with them. I just have a hunch that he might not.
Before you know it, we might have just contracted everybody on this field, except for a couple people.
You know, I haven't heard of this guy, Stephen McLean, but I'm going to have to make a call over to Ace Motorsports just to have a quick discussion, you know.
Yep, just, you know, no particular reason, right, Blake?
You know, not at all. And a lot of teams, they focus on, oh, we need a development pipe. You know, we need to develop our drivers. Screw that. I'm not developing drivers. I'm just taking them. I'm going to let other teams develop drivers, get them better. And whenever they're good and at the top and peak of their game, we're going to take them.
Do it.
It's just simple business. I mean, come on. Let's take a look here. We jump around. Braxton Jarrett in the 6th position in the LMP2 class, trying to get around some GT3 cars. He is also on the Ace Motorsports team, it appears. And let's see how Steve Tucker's doing. Here is Steve Tucker with the Harpoon Design 10-year anniversary paint scheme. That is one good-looking car done by Brantley Roden at harpoondesign.com, where paints start at just $25.
Now, I knew Mr. Kermit loved his cucumber, but I didn't know Mrs. Kermit loved her cucumber.
And, you know, Christian, I kind of think that is Mr. Kermit just with the boat.
Oh, my. Okay, well, it is 2025, ladies and gentlemen. But look in the chat. A beautiful lady, Danielle Taylor, in the chat, my lovely wife. Welcome in, Danielle.
Danielle tuned in just in time to see Drew Leonard Junket. Danielle, look at what happened to Drew here. Goes in the corner. He throws a slider.
And poofs, let me tell you, Danielle is not a Mustang fan. She does not like Ford.
Yeah, not a Ford fan at all. And Danielle tuned in. You know, I would show you Jesse Becker racing, but I still don't think he's even back out there, is he, Christian?
No, he's done for. I think he's decided to hang up his boots.
Well, he definitely doesn't need racing shoes, so he may as well put some boots on.
You're not
Danielle
wrong.
Danielle in the chat says it right. Slide job!
Yeah, you know,
Is
Danielle.
that SpongeBob?
I think it was, but yeah, Danielle, you know, you tuned in. Jesse Becker was actually out there racing in a GTD car. Well, he didn't last very long. He ended up jumping in 100% his fault.
Wait, do you call that racing, Blake? Or
I guess you would. He lasted about, what, 15 minutes?
yeah, something like that.
Guys, again, I'm right here.
I keep
Do
forgetting.
you
he's
hear
sticking-
something, Blake?
I mean, I keep asking this guy to leave, and he just won't leave.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
How about Michael Hickman, though? He's been pretty strong here tonight. He is in the 2nd position in the GTD Pros, 4.3 seconds behind Miguel Torres.
You know, pretty much you got Chris Damclear up there battling for the race lead. Casey Catola battling for the LMP2 lead. Unlike usual, this is a race that's going to come down to the wire, maybe.
Absolutely. You know, you see in that GTP class, they're all right there. LMP2s, they're all right there as well. So both of those are basically side-by-side battles for the lead in the two classes.
Speaking of side-by-side battle for the lead, you have one right here. Chris Damclear on the inside, going to be poked to the outside here as the course twists and winds through. He's not out of contention yet. He is trying his hardest to run down race leader Braden Carlson right now.
Yeah, well, let's take a lap around the track here with Christopher Damclear as he's crossing the start-finish line. Right now, you're going to see him turn in turn 1 right here, trying to take over the top spot. Let's see how he is, let's see what he's looking at his front windshield.
Oh, as he gets into the grass right there, he has to woe it up because he knew he was going to be in trouble. Had a great run there, got side by side. And he's just going to have to catch his momentum back up and get up there again and try.
Now, Jesse, you have a little experience in these GTP cars. Is the draft much of a thing on the long straightaways or what?
It really is. You get a good pull whenever you get a long straightaway like that and get behind somebody. They really do a good job of punching through the air with all that downforce.
It's going to be interesting to see. You know, I definitely think that draft is helping them out, especially here in these there's 2 long straightaways, and then there's a kind of a winding 1 or 2. So I'd say half of this track is a pretty good straightaway, so draft can definitely help you out.
Christopher Damclear, after pushing in the grass through turn 1, he came on the radio and told Braden Carlson an apology. We've got it here for you.
That was too much on my part there, Braden. Sorry.
Wow, what a guy.
Nice guy.
You know, honestly, when he joined Hutchinson Motorsports TV, I said respect and integrity is the main thing here at HMS TV, and it really just changed his whole mentality, and he's been just a stand-up guy ever since he put on the HMS TV suit.
Hopefully he could get him round back in as we are nearing the 10 minutes to go mark, but moving on back to the LMP2 class, you still see Casey Catola trying to battle his way up to class leader Richard D here.
Yeah,
0.3 seconds back.
Yeah, this is another battle for a class lead. Casey Catola right there on the back bumper again. You know, you have 2 battles for the lead in our top 2 divisions. You don't see this very often. Some good close racing with just 10 minutes remaining.
Unrelated to the stream or broadcast at all, how am I getting spam calls at 10 p.m. at night?
Well, Jesse,
That does not make any sense.
well, Jesse, didn't me and you just sign up Christian's phone number for a bunch of businesses?
Dude, we weren't supposed to tell him.
Okay. Oh my goodness, it's that
Didn't hear
honestly,
anything.
it's honestly out of control though. I will say all these spam calls. But back to racing.
And Miguel Torres putting on a clinic out here with the Vice Motorsports for now in the top spot in the GTD Pro class. And Jesse, Nate Benarowitz is not happy. Do you got any clips for us here shortly, hopefully?
I don't know how well it came through there.
Just sounded like a GT3 may have changed his line and caught him off guard. Remember, as a GT3, a lot of the GTPs just expect you to maintain your line, let them go around you. Don't change your line for them because they don't know what you're going to do as they approach you.
Yeah, especially here with the track being just so thin. Basically, all these road racing tracks are like that. You know, it's just so thin. You're better off just holding your line, even if you're kind of in the way. You're just a lot better off. Just try to make a move, then they're going to make them the same move, and you're both going to jump.
Absolutely, but Chris Damclair did get around Braden Carlson.
He's using the traffic to his advantage, just like I taught him. Again, he popped in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV garage, and he said, Blake, what can I work on as a driver to get better, to represent HMS TV? I said, Chris, first thing, we need to be respectful on the radio. And second thing, we need to take advantage of lap traffic.
Oh, yeah, Blake, because there isn't a single Hutchinson Motorsports TV employee between you, me, and Jesse that hasn't yelled over the radio, right?
Absolutely not. Nothing but full respect and integrity. There you go. That was the clip from, I believe, Nate Benarowitz. Jesse, is that true?
That is correct, yes. Had to mess with some settings. It was noise canceling his clip there, but we figured it out.
Well, good.
There we go.
Good practice here for this, because I'm sure it's not really going to be easy to edit if somebody's broadcasting. So it's good to have you in here and testing it out some.
Yeah, it's a lot easier whenever it's on the host's computer. That's for sure. But we'll get you hooked up with that, hopefully.
Absolutely. As Stephen McLean has basically led just about every lap here in the GTD class. This guy might be needing promoted to the pro class here soon.
Well, we didn't promote Steve Tucker, and he won the entire championship, so I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes.
We'll just wait.
But look at the gaps. Biggest gap on the track right now between position is probably P6 to P5 over in the GTP class.
And we're on the HMS TV nose cam with Christopher Damclair. I duct tape a GoPro there as he gets around the GTD class leader. Puts him another lap down there on the overall lead, but Braden Carlson is right there on his bumper.
We only have a handful of laps left. Oh my God, bump drafting at GTP.
Boy, Braden Carlson is not messing around. He says, either we're both getting junked or I'm winning this race. You're not going to win, Chris.
This is going to come down to the... Look at this racing. I am fully invested in this battle right now.
Yeah, it's just hard. You know, I'm trying to jump back and forth between this and the LMP2 battle because that's just as close, basically, as you got Casey Catola.
Well,
he's fell back just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that class is pretty much decided unless DK catches back
He's
up.
like
We'll
half
keep
a
an eye
second,
on him.
Christian.
But yeah, but you know, he's falling back nonetheless.
Yeah, but this is definitely a good battle. You know, one slip up and damn clear can either get past or get wrecked. I mean, you never know. Because when you're in second place, you are pushing that car to the limits.
But they both are definitely pushing track limits. You saw how hard those cars jumped over the curb there.
And we know lap traffic. You know, Chris Damclear cannot afford to wait any corners, basically. So, I mean, again, some guys might not like these guys making certain moves around the track, but I tell you what, when you're battling for a race win in the GTP class, it doesn't matter what corner you're in, you're going to make the pass.
Especially any clear track that Chris Damclear gets, he's going to take advantage of as he's practically driving out of Braden's life right now.
Definitely appears that way, folks. And looks like we have somebody who flew off the track there. Oh, man, that was close. Race leader almost got junked as the guy blinked and went off the track. But, folks, be sure to click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We are getting into the last few remaining laps here at Road America in the Motor City Racing Season Open.
It's coming to the line right now. I have a feeling 2 more laps to go if my math is mathing. Before the white flag, that is. So 3 total.
Yeah, looks like Julian Padilla, good run for him so far in the 3rd spot, trying to bring home a podium finish in the GTP class.
Richard D here. Leading the LMP2 class, Casey Vitola falling to just under a second behind him. And, of course, P3 is pretty much out there. 14 seconds behind Casey is Jack Peterson.
Yeah, Daniel Lewski trying to wrap this up. He is from Canada, trying to bring home the Canadian LMP2 win. But Chris Damclear
go.
Yeah, it looks like he's got 0.8 of a second and a lap car in between them. I mean, he's sitting in a pretty good spot right now. He'd have to make a mistake for sure to not win this race.
Well, hopefully he's able to keep it clean. You know, Motorsports TV always likes to see their cars in the lead and winning. We have a few drivers to have conversation with after this one. Oh, man.
Santiago not happy with something. Here, let's take a look. We got dumped. Oh my gosh.
Brother, I'm giving you room. Why are you kicking out like that?
That was
you heard
from
that
the radio. Jesse, you got any context for that?
That was the guy that got run over there. Not happy at all.
Hey, did just get dumped. So he got dumped by the guy there on the bottom, and then he comes up and doors his teammate for good measure.
That was definitely a cluster right there.
Was that... which one was that? Was that CK that got into him maybe, or...
I believe that was...
Yeah.
Let me check.
Take a look here. So here's CK we're
There's
looking at right now.
E-car.
CK doors his teammate there. Yeah, you know, I mean, again, CK is racing for a win. You know, he's pushing that car to the limits. He's trying to reel back in Daniel Lewski and just unable to do so. But we are running out of time here, folks. Just a few minutes remaining. That means probably, I don't know, 3 laps at the most for Damclear remains.
Well, laps are 1 minute and 51 seconds right now, so
Yeah, maybe 2 more.
I'd say 1, then white. He won't get it this time, I don't think, but definitely next time.
Yeah, let's hop on board here with your overall leader, Chris Damclear, going through the Mission Tortilla Chips Bridge, taking the hard right down to Hutchinson Motorsports TVS's.
We sponsored these S's in this track, Blake.
Nope. Too expensive.
Okay, we're just claiming it to be. Okay,
Correct.
that's fair.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty, well, who am I to question that here? Chris Damclear, going to be a hard right-hand turn there. We're going to keep an eye on the flag stand just to make sure he doesn't get the white flag this time around. I don't think he will. Whoa, a little bit of a slider there as it came out of the turn.
Only 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Now, he might get it. Let's take a
Yep,
look.
white flag is in the air right there.
Yep. White flag in the air. Sean Atkins just jumped it. Let's see what happened.
Oh, no. Oh, Sean. HMS TV colors.
Goes up on the rumble strips a little too quick. Throws a slide job.
Puts it in the sand dirt,
Oh,
the
no.
sand castle.
Braden Carlson had to head down pit road.
Maybe he got his flags
Anthony.
confused.
No, I think
Oh,
these guys
okay.
are just short on fuel. They must have just been pushing the limits here. So let's see if Damn Clear runs out or if he's got enough.
Can we bring up his speed, Blake? Is that possible? Or
Yeah, one moment.
making sure we can keep an eye on him?
So there you have it.
Right there.
Going 80 mile an hour. He's good to go for now.
He's got half a track to go, though.
But he's
Didn't
also,
they pit all about the same time?
Yeah, yeah, they all pit on the same lap, I believe. Here, let's pull this up. Well, yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be close.
Well, one thing's for sure, he can just limp this thing around.
Yeah, he's
Half
got
throttle,
31
clutch it through
second
the
lead.
turns.
And he's still going
Yeah.
160 mile an hour. So, I mean, he's definitely not out yet. So I think he's going to be good. I feel like he could coast from this point.
It's the hard right-hand turns he's got to go through those.
Yep, still getting up to speed. So, yeah, looks like he is good to go. Has a 30-second lead on Braden Carlson, who had to pit an extra time, unfortunately. But Chris Damclear did a great job at saving fuel, it appears, as he's through the final corner into the front stretch for the last time. Chris Damclear in the GTP class, his Hutchinson Motorsports TV driver debut, takes home the checkered flag at Road America.
Did he flash his lights, Blake?
No, he did not, so we will have to find him.
Disqualified. Richard Denwaski coming through the final section of the track to the hard right-hand turn to the front stretch. Uncontested by Casey Catola, who's going to bring home second place. A second and a bit behind him. Taking home the season opener LMP2 race class win.
Richard Danielowski gets the job done in the LMP2s. In the GTD Pros, Miguel Torres brings home the checkered flag. And in the GTDs, crossing the line right now, Stephen McLean, I believe that's his first win here in Motor City Racing, wins the GTD class. What a great night of racing, though, here, folks. That was just our season opener here. We got a long way to go. I believe it's 8 weeks of action here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Christian, if you could start gathering some of these drivers, if they are available, pull them in.
Well, we'll take a look. We know they don't instantly hop in. Only one person's in so far, and he is not a class winner. So we're going to just hang out a second, ladies and gentlemen. Glad y'all got to spend time with us tonight. We're waiting on Stephen McLean, Miguel Torres, Richard D, or Christopher Damclear here.
Yep, well, I'm going to shoot him a message here, folks. Let's take a quick break while we wait for these guys to pop in. We will be right back. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't you go anywhere. Stick around for some driver interviews here shortly. We'll be right back. The world's #1 stream, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And we are back here, folks. Time for some driver interviews. Let's start it out. I believe we've got Miguel Torres, your GTD Pro winner. We'll see if Christian can maybe snag him.
Alrighty, after leading the GTD Pro class to the finish and winning, we have Miguel Torres here in the chat. This is Blake and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy, Miguel?
Yep.
Well, walk us through that one. You know, you're able to bring home the win here tonight. How did that race go for you?
I mean, perfect, honestly. I mean, Alex spun lap 1. Sorry for that, but it's racing. Cold tires really hurt us, so that's racing. It was a full fuel race, honestly. Just fuel saving from start to finish. And what really made me get out in front was that pit stop at the middle pit. I was able to get a 5-second lead, so really helped.
Well, hey, you did a great job. You know, dominated that race. Like you said, it looked like Lalonde spun it out there in turn 1, and I believe you led every lap after that point, except maybe a lap or two during the pit cycle.
Yeah, it's. I wish Alex didn't spin. Honestly, that was gonna be a perfect race, but hey, it's racing, and we got a good start for the championship. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, hey, great job out there tonight. Miguel Torres bringing home the season opener here at Road America. Before we head out, though, Miguel, you got any shout-outs or anything for our fans watching at home?
Yeah, my dad, my mom, my sister, my dog, my turtle, my chicken, my people, and thank you.
All right. Well, hey, I'm sure your chicken's going to appreciate that. Christian, you got any final words?
I'm contractually obligated to tell you that my wife tells your dog and chicken and any other animal hi.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, let them know for us. And thank you, Miguel, and congratulations on your class win here tonight.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, Blake, that was our GTD Pro class winner, but now we do have the GTD class winner, Stephen McLean. I even hear they call him Ace. So this is Blake and Christian up in the booth. Ace, do you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome in. Congratulations on your class win. 14 seconds up from Matthew Elmore, who finished P2. Walk us through that one and how did you dominate it so bad?
I guess all I can say is I'm not a newcomer to this track, but it's one of my favorite tracks. That's all I can say. I have a lot of time on it. But I can't keep up with those other guys, though. The ones who finished ahead of me, those guys are way faster. But yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, well, the GTD Pro guys, they're supposed to be faster, but there weren't too many of them ahead of you. I think you would have ran pretty well even if you were in the pros, but you definitely put the ace in the hole here tonight, parking it in victory lane. Before you head out, though, Steven, after you take home the win, you got any shout-outs or anything for our fans watching at home?
Oh, yeah. They call me Ace because I started Ace Motorsports. It's always been my call sign. So we brought, I think Anthony and Trent were over here first, and then they brought us all over into GT3. So it's a lot of Ace Motorsports guy here, and just call out to the team. We always have a blast practicing and working together, so I appreciate all of them.
Well, Christian, that's unfortunate. You know, me and Christian were talking about poaching some drivers because we want the winners on our team, and it's going to be tough to pull you from your own team.
Probably so.
But hey, congratulations, though, Steven, parking it in victory lane. Christian, you got any final words for him?
Other than that, congratulations to you, and we look forward to seeing what you can do this season.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir. That was your GTD class winner, Stephen McLean. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on through the field to your LMP2 class winner. He is here tonight. After bringing home the LMP2 class win, Casey Catola was trying to get by him, was not able to. Richard, this is Blake and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going good. Welcome in. You had to hold off a charging Casey Catola there at the end. Able to do so. Walk us through how you did that and honestly the entire race.
Oh, that was a stressful race. Casey, you had put up a really good fight. I started P6. I didn't really think I would have enough pace to get up there, but I had a really good start. Couple incident happened there in front with the leader, and I was able to kind of hold on in P2, but Casey was kind of chasing me down the whole thing. He pitted a lap earlier, so I came out on colder fronts, and he was catching me down really quick while I was trying to get my tires up to temp, but he kind of just held it for the whole second stint. It was pretty stressful, but I think I got lucky with a little bit of traffic. There's a GTP in front that I was able to squeeze in front of that kind of he had to fall behind, and I think that's kind of what sealed it. I was able to take it.
Yeah, well, definitely worked out for you, Richard, parking it in victory lane. You know, I'd have to double check my notes, but unofficially, I think you're the first Canadian to ever win an LMP2 class race here in Motor City Racing.
I'll take that.
I totally
give me a
might have made
Discord
that
match or
up, but at
something?
least in the last 2 seasons you are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But hey, congratulations, though. A great run for you, parking it in victory lane in that LMP2 car. Before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs or anything for our fans watching at home?
Yeah, absolutely. Just appreciate the guys here at Motor City Speedway or Motor City Racing here. They have a great group of guys here. I've been racing Formula and now coming over to the IMSA races. It was really fun. Guy clean racing here too. Appreciate that. And then I'll just give a shout out to my the team, the Breakfast Club. That's our team, our Discord usually racing team racing. So I'm just coming over here to visit, see how things are.
All right. Well, hey, once again, congratulations. Big win here in the season opener at Road America. Christian, you got any final thoughts?
Nope, just one final congratulations to Richard, and we'll look forward to seeing what you can do this season.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That was Richard winning your LMP2 class tonight. But now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you heard him a lot last season, and I guarantee you're going to hear him a lot this season. Your winner of the Motor City Racing at Road America, Christopher Damclear. Welcome in. Blake and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy there, Christopher?
Yes, sir. I don't know if I have the energy that you got, but yeah. What's up, guys?
Oh, you know, we always bring the energy here on Hutchinson Motorsports TV, bringing home the win after trying to hold back a hard charging Braden Carlson throughout the end of that one. You know, I think he had some fuel issues. So my first question is, what was your fuel tank looking like?
Horrible. Yeah, it was rough. The first stint, I was trying to make it an extra lap, and I ended up pulling into the pits. I had 9/10 of a lap, and I'm like, I don't think I can make it. And second half, I was doing like 100 down the straights on the last lap. Once I saw him pit, I just coasted. It was rough.
Yeah, you know, you put on a clinic out there, you and Carlson especially, you know, you're duking it out. But, yeah, you were able to look like save enough fuel because I believe both Carlson and Benarowitz, from what I saw, had to go down pit road there on that last lap.
Yeah, probably got lucky more than anything, but I'm sure Braden and I will be battling it out and visiting you guys all season long.
Absolutely. Well, hey, you put on a clinic out there, like I said, in that GTP class, parking it in Victory Lane, your first race ever as a Hutchinson Motorsports TV driver. You're bringing home the win. Before you head out, you got any shout outs or anything, Chris?
Yeah, let's shout out you guys this time. I'm excited to be on the team and looking forward to running a nice paint this year. Got a good one from you guys, and yeah, excited.
Yeah, well, hey, we appreciate that. You know, Sean Aikens out there puts a lot of work in those paint schemes, and we definitely appreciate all he does there. But, hey, a great run for you once again. Christian, what do you got for Chris?
Other than one final congratulations, holding off a hard charging Braden and making it happen here at Road America. Looking to this season, how confident are you in this schedule, Christopher?
Little North American action. I think it'll be fun. There's a couple tracks in there that aren't my favorite, but me and a couple of the other guys race at Road America and Champ Car every year, so love this track, and should be a nice season.
Nice season indeed, and we're looking forward to it. One more time, your race winner here at Road America, Christopher Damclear. Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All righty. Well, Blake, another one has came and gone. Season 5 off to a great start here in the Motor City Racing League. IMSA style racing this season. We are hitting the North American tracks. And boy, let me tell you, this calendar looks great. Starting off, of course, at Road America. Next week, we're heading to Canadian Tire on December 14th. Then we go around basically the tracks of America. Blake, which track are you looking the most forward to?
Oh, I don't know. There's just so many good ones that we're going to. Sebring's always one of my favorites, so I kind of can't wait for that one.
Sebring, indeed. I know I am a big Circuit of the Americas fan, but I can't discount Watkins Glen or Daytona International Speedway. Also, notable mentions that we have at Bells Isles and Road Atlanta too. All on the schedule. 8 weeks of Motor City racing action. This was only week 1, so 7 more weeks to go in this season. Going to bring you through Christmas and through the first 2 months of the year.
Absolutely. Again, I love the layout here with Motor City Racing. They have these short, compact seasons, so it makes every race important. But they don't mess around and have long off seasons. We only took like 1 or 2 weeks off, and we were right back at it here for Season 5. So I'm pumped up to see how Season 5 continues on as we have a full course of cars signed up, 60 entries here in Motor City Racing, folks. So be sure, click the like button on the video for us, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. You're not going to want to miss a single lap of action here this season. And tomorrow night, we're going to be back on the call. Well, I'm going to be on the call, I guess, watching Christian Taylor and Jesse Becker. They're going to be on the track with the Flim Dogs Racing League Wheels America Racing Cup Series. That's going to be a good one tomorrow night that you're not going to want to miss. Christian, how you feeling about that one tomorrow?
I feel like I want to be the one to miss it, but I'm going to be there nonetheless, trying to put on a show for these fans at home and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, well, hopefully you do so. But, folks, we appreciate you tuning in here, spending your Sunday night right here on the world's #1 streaming service. Christian Taylor in the booth with Blake Hutchinson. We had Jesse Becker pop in a few times. He was out there racing earlier. He popped in the booth. Well, he's already gone. So, rough night for Jesse Becker, but it was about what we expected, isn't it?
I believe so. Definitely what we expected indeed. But moving on through the season, once these drivers learn to race around each other, it's only going to get better from here, Blake.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that's going to round things out for us here tonight. We're going to end the show with a quick little break, and then we're going to play this awesome Juicy Spider Studios intro, outro that you're not going to want to miss. So, again, hope you tune in tomorrow night for some Cup Series action. I'm going to be back on the call. Until then, we'll see you next time. Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.